Okay, welcome. We are so excited that we are launching the Philippines soon. This is the pre-launch, actually. The pre-launch starts on August 18th. I'm actually going to take you through the timeline of exactly what to expect. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take you through the timeline. I'm going to show you how to get started, what we use to launch with our systems here in North America. I'm going to give you scripts, answer questions. We can also answer comp plan questions. And then we can go from there. So here's what I'm going to do is let me tell you exactly where we're at. Now, we are in pre-launch. It started August 1st. It goes through August 18th. On August 18th, you can actually officially enroll in the Philippines. So right now, what we were doing, we were pre-enrolling people. Let me just hold on one second. So we were pre-enrolling people through Canada. And then what we've done is we've actually submitted everyone that enrolled with Canada, we've submitted a country change request form. So it will move you all over to the Philippines if you signed up in Canada with an IKEA address. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, somebody took care of it for you. You're in good hands. But the point is that you have been moved over to the Philippines. We basically did that so that you could get in the system early and get a link so that you could start sharing. So it was a benefit. And on August, so what you want to do from now to August 18th, because it's the 14th, or it's the 15th for some of you. And what you want to do right now is you can fill out a paper enrollment form. So if you have people that you want to enroll underneath you, just fill out a paper enrollment form, hold it till August 18th. On August 18th is when you'll enter it directly in the system through the Philippines. And what will happen is you'll go to remon.com, you'll just change the flag to the Philippines flag, and that's how you can enroll and shop. It's super simple. So everything is on remon.com. When you go to the country drop down, it has, North America, Canada, the Philippines will be our 9th country. So it has all 9 countries that you can enroll with right there. So then what will happen is on August 18th, you'll be able to order product. So when you order product, you can only get the starter kits. And the starter kits what will be available to the affiliates, what we call planners here. So they'll only be available to affiliates starting on August 18th. And then on September 1st, they will ship from the Hong Kong warehouse. This is just temporary. Don't worry, you guys are going to get your own warehouse. So it's going to ship from the Hong Kong warehouse, and it's going to take maybe 10 days to get to you. When the new warehouse opens in the Philippines in October, it will be 2 to 3 days delivery. So don't worry, this is just pre-launch temporary thing. So we also have free enrollment happening August 18th through September 30th. So normally it costs $20 to partner with the company. So what is that? About 1,000 pesos. And so that is actually waived from now till September 30th. So that's also great news. After September 30th, you'll have to pay those, maybe 1,100 pesos to enroll with the company. So we also have some promotions going on where if you hit team leader, which I will explain to you because we're going to go over the comp plan. If you hit something called team leader, it's kind of the first leadership rank within the company. You will get a couple of things. One, they're going to backdate all of your commissions that you earned. They're going to backdate. If you hit it by September 30th, you're going to backdate all your commissions at the higher percentage that you get paid at team leader. So they're going to retroactively go back and pay you on everything more. Then the other thing is if you hit team leader by November 31st, you get to qualify to go to something called Jeju Island. It is off the coast of Korea. It is kind of like your Boracay. It's a beautiful island, and they built a 5-star resort there for us, for the distributors. Now, but here's the thing. You guys get to go as team leaders. Us in North America, we have to work 12 times harder to qualify for a rank called director, which is 12 times harder to achieve than team leader. So you guys get to go to this fancy 5-star resort. They pay for everything, pay for your airfare, they pay for, you stay in these incredible villas. They're smart villas. Like you hang your clothes in the closet, you press a button, it steams your clothes. They give you gifts every night. They bring in celebrity chefs. You go and see the smart farm. When we went, we went last October, they brought in a band to perform for us that was on America's Got Talent. I mean, they spare no expense on this trip. This is a trip of a lifetime. You want to do everything you can to run for team leader and hit it by November 31st to qualify for the trip. But if you hit it by September 30th, you'll get backdated commissions. Everybody clear on that? Let's help me with the chat, ladies, and let me know if there's any questions on that so far. So on October 1st is when the office will open. They have a beautiful office in Makati, Manila. It's in a brand new high rise. They've actually hired the designer who designs for Prada. It's a beautiful office and it's for you. It's not for the corporate staff. Like they'll be there too, but it's actually for you to use to represent Remon, to have demos, one-on-ones, business presentations there. You can book meetings there, which is incredible. It'll really impress your prospects. And then also in October, the warehouse will open. Again, shipping time will be 2 to 3 days. Then on October 15th, the first commission pay will happen. That is when commissions will run. Our commissions were paid every Tuesday, every week. And then we're also paid the third Tuesday of the month on the monthly pay. So since commissions won't run officially on October 15th, I'm going to show you what a lot of people are doing with their starter kits. They're getting the starter kits. They're buying multiple of the starter kits. They're going to use that product, sell it retail, and they're going to make cash back. So in the meantime, to get some cash flow going. Now on October 31st, I want you to pencil this date in, is the first Asia convention, not the Asia convention this year. This is the very first one, and it's going to be in Macau. So definitely put this on your radar. I'm going because I want to see many of you walk across stage. I want to see you guys. We want to celebrate you. We want to see you walk across stage, celebrate your achievements. And then, of course, by November 31st is the retreat promotion ends. And then, so here, I'm giving you a lot. How are we all doing? Let's check in. Let's check in with the chat. Is everybody following me so far? If you hit something called director by March 2026, then you get to participate in profit sharing with the company, not just that month going forward, but they're actually going to backdate the profit sharing. They're going to pay you all the profit sharing for the first 6 months, October through March. Okay, how are we doing? Amber, how are we doing in the chat? Anybody confused?
No, we actually everyone said hi, and then that's awesome. Sounds amazing. So
Good. Does
doing good.
anybody have any questions about this so far before we move on? This is kind of the timeline. We will get this to you guys. We'll put it in your threads. We'll put it in Facebook groups. We'll make sure that you have this. Let's check the chat. Okay. Oh, Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Dennis said all good. Anne says sounds amazing. Okay, so team leader, I know it's a little bit confusing with the 2 different team leader dates, but if you hit team leader by September 30th, they're going to backdate your commissions. So amazing. They're going to pay you for everything you've done as a team leader. We didn't get that. I wish that Amber and I had had that. Who else is on here? I saw Lori on here. I wish we had had that. But if you hit it by September 30th, they're going to backdate your commissions. But you also want to make sure, like if you don't hit that, that's okay. Just make sure you hit team leader by November 31st so that you can qualify for the first ever Philippines trip to this Remon Village 5-star resort on Jeju Island. Everybody clear on that? Okay, yes. How do we hit team leader? We're going to talk about that. We're going to get into that. And tell me, we can vote. Do you guys want to do systems first? You want me to take you through our systems that we do in North America, or do you want to do comp plan training first? It's up to you guys. We can do either one. Pretty much going to take the suggestion from the first person that makes one.
Pili mo, Pipili mo.
Huh?
Naantok agad?
Maybe she didn't mean to unmute.
They're
Okay.
saying did you see people are just saying, how do I get to team leader? They just want to know how
Okay.
to get to team leader the fastest. So
Okay. Well, then let's talk about that. Let's talk about the compensation plan and let me show you exactly what that looks like. And then we'll come back and we'll show you our systems. Okay. Give me just a second to pull that up. So basically on this compensation plan, we get paid 6 different ways on the compensation plan. I'm going to take you through those 6 different ways. And you know what? If you are like, she lost me, I don't get it. It's okay because we actually have a recording presenting this compensation plan and we will get that sent out to you guys. So if you need to hear it 2, 3, 4 times, you're in good company. I did too. I think it finally clicked the fourth time I heard it. So that's okay. And sometimes it takes a minute to understand something that's new and different. So this is the global compensation plan. This works for every market. Right now, we're currently in the Philippines will be our 9th market. We will be in over 50 markets in the next 5 years. And we get paid 6 different ways off of the compensation plan. The first way that we get paid is on retail, which is where you can earn between 10 to 54%. Now, here I'm going to break it down to you. You can stack your retail commissions. So think of it this way. Your base rate is based on the rank that you are, and this is a base commission that you get paid off of your retail sales. So when you get customers, that's what that means. And here's what's interesting is when you hit manager or when you hit senior manager, you can see they're outlined in that box, you can lock in 20 or 30% for life and never lose it. That's huge because let me tell you, most companies, you have to climb your way back up the ladder every single month to requalify at a percentage. But this, you can actually lock them in for life, never lose it. And here's the other neat thing. So they have additional incentives for you to earn more of a retail percentage if you do a certain amount of sales in a month's time. So if you do 2,000 in sales in a month or 4,000 in sales in a month, instead of 30%, you're going to get 35%, or instead of 30%, you're going to get 40%. So that is why we say you can earn between 10 to 54% off of the retail, and which is one of the ways that we get paid, one of the 6 ways. Does this make sense so far? Let me check the chat. I'm going to check in with you guys after each slide and just make sure we're good. Okay.
they're asking about investing to become a team leader. So
Mhm. So I have that as well. So let me break that down for you guys too. I promise you we're going to get there. Okay. So let me go to this because we're going to show you exactly what that looks like. But first, I kind of have to lay the foundation for you guys so that you understand what we're building on in the comp plan. So this plan has rollover volume in it. So this is going to apply to team leader because I know a lot of people are asking about that. It sounds like you guys really want to go on this trip. So this plan has rollover volume, which means your volume is going to roll over to the following month to help you towards rank advancement. So let's take that first rank at manager. So remember we said it was 3,000 to lock in that 20%. So if you do 1,000 a month for 3 months in a row, it's going to total 3,000. You're going to lock in 20% for life. Now, remember senior manager, that is 6,000. And now you can lock in 30%. So if you do 2,000 a month for 3 months in a row, it's going to total 6,000. You're going to lock in 30% for life. Now, it doesn't have to take you 3 months. You can do this your first month, your first week, your first day. It's up to you how fast you want to go. Now, for team leader, this is where we said, remember team leader, you're going to qualify for backdated commissions. You're also going to qualify to go to Jeju Island. This is 50,000 over 5 months. So if you did 10,000 a month for 5 months in a row, you're going to lock in team leader. It doesn't have to take you 5 months. You could do this your first month, your first 6 weeks, your first week. We have people that qualify this in their first couple weeks. So there is a little bit of structure that's required at team leader, and I'm going to show you that. So you need 3 senior managers, one in each leg for the team leader. So let me show you what this looks like. So when that says that you need, 3,000 SP, 6,000 SP, or 50,000 SP, SP is based on 90% on the retail. So let's say you sold $1,000, 900 is going to go towards your rank advancement. And I'm sorry, I'm giving it to you in dollars. I don't have the pesos memorized yet. But just know that your commissionable volume is based on 70%. So if you sold $1,000, it would be $700 would be your commissionable volume that you would base, if you're at 30%, you would earn 30% off the 700. How are we so far? Are we doing okay? Okay, good. Oh, Rika said good. Okay. Oh, thank you. Selena did the calculations in pesos. Fabulous. Okay, so now we understand that you can lock in a percentage for life. We have rollover volume. We understand that your rank is based on 90% of the retail sold. Your commissionable volume is based on 70% of the retail sold. Now, this is the second way that we get paid, which is unilevel pay. Now, unilevel pay is where you can earn a percentage on the level up to 6 levels deep. So the way that you qualify for this is by having 1,000 SP. So remember, 1,000 SP, that is based on points. So it would be around $1,100 US if you were basing that on dollars. And then what happens is you just need to have 10 lifetime customers. Now, these are not 10 customers you need to get every single month. They actually don't even have to have an order attached to them. What they are there 10 accounts in the system, because I know in the Philippines, you're probably gonna retail a lot of product, in hand, especially since customers can't order off the site yet. So all you have to do is set up a customer account in October when it officially launches and customers can order. Then this is when the unilevel will kick in. And all you have to do is set up a customer account under you in the system and it will count. So even if they don't have an order, all you need is their name, their date of birth, their email, and I think a phone number. So that's all you need to set up a customer account. Once you have 10 accounts in the system underneath you, you don't ever have to worry about that requirement again. And that 1,000 SP to qualify for the unilevel is every month, which is really cool because what happens when you have everyone on your team working towards the same goal? It creates a lot of volume and synergy on your team. So let's say you have 100 people all working to get 1,000 SP, that just generated 100,000 points, 100,000 in volume on your team. That's amazing. What if you have 1,000 people who are all working towards that 1,000 SP goal? Now you just put 1,000,000 in volume on your team. Does that make sense so far? I'm sure Amber will stop me if not. So how many of sales to have a planner? There is no requirement at sales as a planner. So planners make 10%. There's no volume requirements. I should also mention that this company does not require subscriptions or auto shipments. And I actually wanted to know why. And they said, because we don't have to. They said anybody that uses these products once are not going to stop using them. So we don't have to require our affiliates to purchase them, which is really neat. So, there aren't any volume requirements. The only requirement that we will talk about is when you hit manager and senior manager, the only requirement to get paid is to have 3 customers. So here's the thing on the customers. They can be new, they can be existing, or they can be any size order. It could be 3 $25 cleansers. So what would that be? That would be 1,400 pesos. So they could be three customers with $1,400 pesos. Now, what happens if you don't have your three? Maybe you got your two and you went out of town or life happened, you forgot to get your third. The company will actually hold your commissions to the following month. And so if you have your three customers the following month, they'll pay you the month that you missed and the current month, which is so incredible because most companies try to find any way to keep your money. So yep. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Perfect. Stephanie answered that for us. Okay, so this is just a hypothetical example on the unilevel. I just want to show you the money that's in the unilevel. Now, let's say that you had a perfect organization, 6 levels deep. So you had three, you had, three planners who have their three, who have their three, who have their three, all the way down 6 levels. And if every single person got their 1,000 SP, you would make $33,000 just off the unilevel alone. So we're talking like 1.8 million pesos here. That's a lot of pesos. And let's say just on the conservative side that you had 10% of those 6 levels do their 1,000 SP, you would make $3,300, which is 188,000 pesos. Now, let's say that they went crazy and had 2,000 SP. They did double the amount of work, then you would actually earn $66,000. And what would that be? That would be 3.7 million pesos. So this is just off one of the ways that we get paid off the comp plan. I'm not talking about all 6 ways here. This is a hypothetical example on one of the ways. So here is the third way that we get paid. This is leadership check match. So when you hit team leader, remember we talked about team leader, it's 50,000 in volume. You have 5 months to hit that, where if you did 10,000 a month for 5 months in a row, when you hit team leader, and if you help other people hit team leader, you're going to check match 40% off of what they do. It does not have to be personally sponsored by you. It could be the system is going to reach down to the next team leader and you're going to check match 40%. Then it's going to reach down to the next one and you're going to check match 20% and then 10%. They could be 10 levels from you, 20 levels from you. It doesn't matter. So you can check match up to 6 team leaders deep. And let me tell you, these check matches really add up over time when you start layering those on top of each other. And now another way that we get paid, this is the fourth way that we get paid. How do you earn money if they're not a team leader? Well, we are actually very highly incentivized to go out and start new groups. So you can actually earn open group pay. So it's open line differential pay. It's basically where you earn the difference between what you're earning and where everyone else is earning. And it all rolls up to you. So let's say that you are a team leader. This applies to every rank, by the way. I'm just using team leader as an example. Let's say you're a team leader and you go out and recruit a new planner. If that new planner is at 10% and you're at 40%, you're going to make the difference between what you make and what they make. So 30% is going to roll up to you. Now, let's say that you have a senior manager and that senior manager is at 30%, you're at 40%. 10% is going to roll up to you. So you're going to make 10% off whatever they do. And let's say that senior manager has a manager who has a planner. Well, if that planner is at 10%, then 10% is going to roll up to the manager, 10% is going to roll up to the senior manager, and then 10% of what they do is going to roll up to the team leader. So basically, you're collecting the difference off of everything in your open group. Your open group is basically anyone that is not the same rank as you. So what happens, remember what happens when you have a team leader underneath you. Now, if you're a team leader at 40% and you have one underneath you at 40%, now you move into the check match. So instead of basically earning a differential because you're at the same 40 and 40, now you're going to earn a 40% check match on their check. Does that make sense so far? This is probably the most complicated slide to explain, so I hope we are um, s- keeping up. And if you guys get it the first time, you beat me because it took me probably 4 or 5 times to understand all this. How's everybody doing?
Hey, Bree.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Stephanie's doing an amazing job answering questions, and I actually have to head to an appointment. So is it okay if I sign off? I'm so sorry. One
Yes.
meeting of the night for me, morning for
Yes. Thank
so.
you, Amber, for jumping on. Guys, she's an
Thank you,
incredible,
Bree.
yeah, person here in North America, leader. And so have a great appointment. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Stephanie. Bye, guys.
And Lori, you might make Stephanie a co-host as well. Yes, Selena, did you have a question? No, you do
Yes,
not.
yeah, I have a question for just for the understanding of my fellow Filipinos. So the first way to get to earn is through commissions for retail sales, correct?
Yes. So remember, you can earn between 10 to 54% on your
Mm-hmm.
retail.
So that would be for each, even we have like how many purchases or customers, like how many customers do we have to buy the products for us to get the commission?
So remember so you see the manager and senior manager that's highlighted. The only requirement is to have 3 customers. They can be brand new customers, they could be existing customers, but they can be any size order. It doesn't matter what they order. It could be 3 cleansers. And that makes you commission
Mm,
qualified so that you get paid. Now, if you forgot to get your third, maybe you just had two, or maybe you just had one. Maybe you didn't have any. They're going to hold your commissions to the following pay period so that when you have your three, they're going to pay you the month that you missed and the current month.
I see. Okay, so we need to have three to for us to get the commission, and if we only got one customer, uh, our commission would be um parked for the next month, correct?
Yeah, you're going to get, if you only had one, they're going to pay you the next month when you have your
Next
three.
month,
Mhm.
the two. Okay, and the second one, ma'am,
No,
I
no,
want
you need to have three in a
three.
calendar month. So if you had one the
Ah.
first month,
Mhm.
but you didn't get your two, you need to have three within a month's period to activate and get your commissions.
I see. Okay, so it's three per month, right? It's
Mhm.
three per month. But if this month I got one, uh, next month I still need to have three, and then my commission would be for the four customers, correct?
Yes,
All
exactly.
right, got it, got it.
Yeah.
And for the next one, for adding, adding the, I'm sorry, what do you call that?
The rollover volume?
Um, like inviting a planner to join.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh, that is the second way um to get a commission.
Yes, you earn the percentages. So like here, what we talked about here, when
Mm-hmm.
somebody joins with a starter kit, or maybe they purchase a la carte, you're going to make the difference between the percentage that you're at and where they're at. So if you're at 40% and a new person comes in and buys a starter kit and they're at 10%, so let's just say they buy the big starter kit, which I think the BP on that is 1,030. Then that's the commissionable volume. So you're going to make 30% off what they order. So you would make $309, which would be 17,655 pesos.
Okay, ma'am. So just to clarify, so when we invite, it would be under my team, and then that person should have a customer that buys the product for us to get a commission? Is that
Well, if they buy a starter kit, you're gonna earn a commission off of them, as long as you have your 3 customers.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. So you guys put questions in the chat and then I'll go through the rest of this and then we'll probably do Q&A at the end just in case people need to jump off early if they can't stay the whole time. So this basically explains what we've been talking about. The first 3 ranks, you can actually consider them affiliate ranks where you can earn up to 40% without even having to build a team. The only requirement, remember we said to lock in 20%, it's 3,000 SP and within a 3-month period. It can be any 3 consecutive months in the year. It doesn't have to be your first 3 months. The only requirement are those 3 customers, new or existing, any size order. Senior manager, where you lock in 30%, it's 6,000 in volume over 3 consecutive months. Again, 3 customers. And then team leader. Now, that's where if you qualify for team leader by September 30th, they're going to backdate your commissions. And if you qualify for team leader by November 31st, you're going to qualify for Jeju. This is where you're now earning between 40 and 50%. It's 50,000 in volume over 5 months. It doesn't have to take 5 months. And then you need to have 3 senior managers, 1 in each leg. The senior manager does not have to be personally sponsored by you. They can just be somewhere in that leg. And also, remember what we said about senior manager. It's a lifetime rank. So even if somebody hit senior manager once 5 months ago, they're still going to count towards your qualification for team leader. You don't have to have all 3 senior managers active in the same exact month and all hit in the same month. Does that make sense? Hopefully, I know Steph and Lori are in the chat, so if you guys just want to unmute and let me know if I need to pause on something.
Hey, Brianna, it's Jen. I'm driving. I'm sorry, so I can't be on, but I just want to make sure that everyone understands that when you first come on, before you promote to manager, you do not have to have 3 customers to get paid. The 3 customers start at the manager rank. So when you come in as a planner, initially, if someone makes a sale, you are going to get paid on that sale no matter what.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that clarification. Jen is absolutely right. So these are the last 3 ranks in the compensation plan. There's 7 ranks total. Now remember we said if you hit director by, what was that? By the end of December, is that what we said? I think so. If you hit director by then, or no, it was by March. Sorry, let me make sure I'm telling you guys the right thing. I have to go back to the timeline. Oh, it's not on here. Okay. Well, if you hit director, October, November, yeah, by March, it was by March. If you hit director by March, they're actually going to allow you to profit share on the first 6 months of the launch in the Philippines, which is incredible. We didn't get this. I would have loved to have tapped into this. Typically, when you hit director, you profit share when you hit going forward, but they're going to retroactively pay you for the 6 months of the first 6 months launch in the Philippines, and you're going to get profit sharing from that. So director is 600,000 in volume over 6 months. So if you do 100,000 a month for 6 months in a row, then you're going to qualify for that. It doesn't have to take you 6 months. You can do it faster. So this I want to show you. So when the Philippines is in pre-launch, starting August 18th, you're only going to have access, only planners, which are the affiliates, can buy starter kits. You will not be able to enroll any customers until they officially launch in October. So the starter kits will be the only thing that you'll be able to access. And then a lot of people are going to use that to demo products, to have pop-up events, to sell products for retail to make money and get cash back. Now, I want to show you the power of what happens when you get a starter kit and what happens when other people get a starter kit. So if you got a starter kit and had 3 other people get the premium starter kit, the business kit, that's the 1,500 points, then you would lock in that 30%. Okay. And then if you, let's say that you got a medium-sized kit and then had, what is that? 5 other people get a medium-sized kit, then you're going to lock in the 30%. Now, or the other option, if you got the smaller kit and then had 19 other people get the smaller kit, you're going to lock in the 30%. So this is basically showing you the power of the kits where if you, would you rather enroll 20 people with the smaller kit or would you rather enroll 4 people with the big kit? You can obviously create a lot more volume and lock in your rank faster with the big kit. And there is something that I want to share about that. I'll show you in just a minute. But I want to show this. A lot of people are asking, how do I structure my team? How do I build? If you're going to do the team building. Now, some of you just may want to do social sharing and you're just going to get customers, and that's okay. You can make up to 40% on this plan without team building. And for those of you that do want to team build, this is how we're seeing people make the most money if you want to maximize the comp plan. So remember we said if you're trying to hit team leader, you technically only need 3 senior manager legs to hit team leader. However, you will maximize the comp plan and make a lot more if you build wide for profit and then you build depth for stability. So think in terms of 10. I never want to make my minimums my maximums. I really want you to remember that as you become an entrepreneur, where really stretch yourself and think in terms of 10 lines and you will max out the comp plan on this. We have new team leaders that are building in Mexico who we just opened Mexico a few months ago. They're brand new team leaders making 40,000 to 50,000 a month building exactly like this. So just take note of this. We'll make sure if you guys want these slides, I'll show you where they're at on the Getting Started guide. And then this is basically a cheat sheet that tells you exactly what you need to know to rank advance. So what I want to point out on this is that when you're going for manager and senior manager, remember we said those are they could almost be considered like affiliate ranks where you can lock in 20 and 30%. The volume that counts towards hitting manager and hitting senior manager is volume from your personal purchases, personal customers, personal recruits, and your personal recruits customers. So it's basically all personal production, first level production that's going to count towards that 3,000 or that 6,000. Now, when you're going for team leader, that's the 50,000 that you can take from your entire team. So all that volume is going to count towards what you need to hit team leader. So how are we doing in the chat? Do we have any questions on this so far? How are we doing? Steph or Lori, you guys can unmute if you need to.
I think Steph's got it really up to speed in the chat, so we're in good shape.
Okay, awesome. You guys they are so on top of it. They're so quick in the chat. So I'm going to show you something, and I really hope that this clicks with you, why it's so important to achieve manager or senior manager as fast as you can, because I'm going to show you how you can make more money faster. So here's an example where let's say that you enroll 2 people with the 1,500 point kit. This is the big business kit, okay? If you're a planner, meaning you're at 10%, and let's say I enroll 2 people. I'm going to enroll Steph and I'm going to enroll Lori. They both get the big kits. If I'm a planner and I'm at 10%, I'm going to make around 6,600 pesos off of that, okay? But if I get to manager first, so if I'm at 20%, I'm at that 3,000 SP, either I bought some starter kits or enrolled other people who got starter kits. If I'm a manager first and I enroll Steph and Lori with 2 big kits and I'm at 20% and they're coming in at 10%, remember, I'm going to make the difference, which means I'm going to make 13,281 if I'm hitting manager first before I'm enrolling other people. Or let's go further. If I've locked in 30% first, so some people come in and they'll buy 4 of the business kits and then they'll turn around and they'll retail that product to make their money back, but they've locked in 30% so that when they enroll other people, so when you enroll those 2 other people, if they come in with a big kit, now you're going to earn 26,563 pesos instead of earning the 6,000 pesos. Does this make sense? I really want to check in with everybody and really make sure you understand the strategy, because there is strategy in this. Like, you want to lock in 20 and 30% as fast as you can, because now you're going to double or triple the amount that you're going to earn if you hadn't. Okay, so how are we doing? Yes, and you, so Selena said, can we sell with different countries as well? Absolutely. So even though you can't enroll customers in the Philippines initially, you can enroll customers in Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, North America. So you can have customers, and those customer orders are also going to go towards helping you lock in that 20 and 30%. So I just want you to understand the strategy, where when you're looking at some of these starter kits, so like I was talking to Jaron today, and he has I think it's a salon that is going to buy 4 of the business kits because they're going to lock in 30%, and now they're going to earn more. They're going to earn 3 times as much on other people that they sign up. Or you could buy 2 of the business kits and now you're going to lock in 20%. So I just want to make sure you understand the strategy. I always tell people, do what you can afford. If you can afford to do that, you can always retail it, get your money back, and lock in your percentage. Any questions on that? Yes. Yeah. When you enroll people, yeah, Stephanie is doing a great job answering. So when you enroll 2 people, you're going to make money. So just enrolling somebody in the system, if somebody pre-enrolls in the system and it's free enrollment, they're not paying the 1,100 pesos, there's no volume generated, so there's nothing to pay on. The way that you make money is by signing up, planners who purchase product or customers that purchase product. Then you're going to get paid off the volume. If there's no volume, you're not going to earn commissions. Great questions. Okay, so let's check in. How's everybody doing so far? Everybody's heads okay? Everybody understands this? You might take a screenshot of this so that you understand, the power and what you can earn.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I'd just like to know, I'm quite interested with the products, but I happen to see that the initial products which is available here in the Philippines are all business kits. So I would like to know if these are products that we can sell separately or we can buy separately, like maybe the cream separately, the sun protector separately, the calming gel separately. Are these
Yeah.
being sold separately?
So starting in October, so the pre-launch from August 18th through September 30th, you can only purchase with the starter kits. So there's 3 different starter kits. There's the business kit, the middle size kit, and then the basic kit. And
Okay.
so you can only get the starter kits initially, but that's what we're saying. What a lot of people are doing is they're going to buy multiples of the starter kits and then retail that product. So then you retail it to customers. You're going to make your money back, and then you're going to lock in 20 or 30% so that anyone, when you enroll, you're going to make.
Because okay, I do understand now. So it's really just but when is this available by single piece?
It should be in October is
Okay.
when they actually, so in October is when the office opens in Makati, and then also the warehouse will start shipping, where it's 2 to 3 days delivery time.
Okay. But
Brianna,
since you said August till September, where is the product coming from?
So in September, it's coming from Hong Kong, the Hong Kong warehouse, which is why, the lead time is going to be probably 10 days. Now they are working on some workarounds for that to maybe get it to you faster, but it is expected to be 10 days. So by September 10th, if you order August 18th, by September 10th, you should be getting your product. And then in October is when they'll ship locally from the warehouse and you can purchase, customers can purchase, you can purchase a la carte, there's more options, but we're just talking
Okay.
about pre-launch right now.
Okay.
We do
That's
have
great to
people
hear.
on our
But
team
my
who are
question would
interested in
be,
getting individual products. And so what they're doing on our team is they are gathering friends and they are purchasing a kit together. So
Mhm.
if you are looking for single products, but you have people that will go in with you, that's what they're doing. And that's a great way to find your first customers as well.
okay, my question would be, another one would be, what platforms are we allowed to sell these products? Like, for example, I see a lot of you are actually inviting through Facebooks. And what other platforms can we actually sell the product from? So we can
Yeah.
make our own Facebook page about 3 Man, but
Oh,
what
yeah.
other platforms are allowed for it?
Yeah, you just can't use the Remon name on your social media accounts. You can't open an Instagram account and call it Remon because then it might confuse people thinking that was the official Remon account. But you can do it on any social media platform. In fact, we have a gal, she speaks Diwali and she targets a lot of the Indian community and she does, I don't know, 20,000 in sales a month on TikTok. So it's up to you, if you want to do
Uh,
in person,
are these
online.
allowed to be sold in platforms like Shopee, Lazada, TikTok?
No, not TikTok shop, but you can promote it from your personal social media page. You can go live, you
How
can
about
do post.
Shopee and Lazada?
No, you cannot. No, you can't do third-party sites like that.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we just sell through the website.
Yeah, so people are either going to purchase directly from you, like if you're going to sell, like if I had a pop-up event, I know the Filipino community has lots of gatherings, lots of people, lots of food. And so if you demo the products, and that's why if you have your starter kits on hand, people are going to buy the product from you directly and pay cash. So that's one way. Or if you're promoting it online, then people can go to remon.com and starting in October, it'll ship from the warehouse. They'll get it in 2 to 3 days. Okay, so let me move on and show you guys this. So I'm going to show you some of our systems here in North America so you guys know where to go. I want you to write this website down at socialceo.info/go. And I might ask Stephanie or Lori to put this in the chat so you guys can click on it. This is our getting started website. Now the password is GLOW, all lowercase. So I'm going to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to enter the site. I'm going to type in Glow. I'm going to unlock access. And I want you to just ignore the skin quiz for right now. What this is where you can get a personalized skin quiz that is linked to you. And but I want you to ignore it for right now. We're not going to use this until you guys officially launch August 18th. So just ignore that. And then here's what I want to show you. If you scroll down, this is your getting started. Okay, so this is going to walk you through everything that you need to know to launch your business. This is like your business in a box. So I'm going to click here and go to welcome. And what this is going to do is, oh, and I will say this, forgot to show you guys this, 1 second. So if I go back up here to the top, I can change the language. And I hope it shows we're actually building it out. Yeah, so you can actually change the language to Taglish. So if you come here, Most things have been converted, but not everything. So just bear with us. We're actually in the process of converting this to Taglish. So you can see some of the stuff has been converted, but if you go through this, it actually talks about exactly, what you need to do to launch your business. And so I wanted to show you that this is here. Again, all I did is I went to the drop down, I changed it to Taglish. And then I'm going to actually take it back to English so that I can read it as I take you guys through it. But this is the welcome. The most important thing that you can do, because this picture will make you a lot of money, is you want to take a before picture. And you want to do this before you use the product. Take a picture in front of a window, in front of natural light. This picture can make you a lot of money, so do not skip it. Now, this talks about how to share your referral link. This is going to walk you through exactly what you need to know to get started. Now, what we do daily, if you want to be consistent, because so consistency, beats, you know, the consistency wins every time is what I'm trying to say. So, for example, you can ask 3 people a day if they're open to learning about the products or the business. Or if you're trying to earn a lot of money, go full time, ask 10 people a day if they're open about the products or the business. I would say since you guys are in pre-launch, it's going to move very, very quickly in the Philippines. They specifically chose the Philippines because they're in the top 5 demand for K-beauty. So $1.32 billion is spent every single year in the Philippines. So this is going to move very quickly. I would talk to as many people as you can, to be honest. Now, you can share your referral link. So for people that want to sign up to become a planner with you, if you share your referral link, this video explains how to find that. And then this also explains how to log into your back office. Now, this is the global compensation plan training. So if you need to go back and listen to what I just did, where I went over the comp plan, you can watch this video here and it will explain it. This also has the comp plan slides. So if you click here, then it's going to break down the slides for you. Now, these are just fun facts about the company. So if you want to, these are talking points. So if you're kind of like, oh my gosh, what do I say? Or you want to learn some interesting facts about the company, these are all here. And then I'm going to show you step 1. So this is the secret to success. I highly recommend watching. I think this is a 20-minute video, and this will completely change the way that you view success, and it'll help you realize things that have maybe been blocking you from earning more money or success. So I highly recommend watching this video and then filling out this sheet. It just kind of unlocks the brain on what you're working for, because being an entrepreneur, you're going to have your good days and your bad days, and so you want to remember why you're doing this business. Now, this is where we're going to focus on helping you get customers. So we want to make a list of 10 people who can be your customers. And I like to think about people like who wants to look younger, who has acne, or who has sensitive skin, who loves to shop, who's always trying something new, who's always spending money on products. Write their name down, and then you're going to come down here, and this gives you ideas of what to say. So, you can choose the drop down. It'll show you in Taglish. So you don't, if you don't like reading the English version, you'll have that. But this gives you ideas on how to reach out to people. And then this is what to send. We have a scroll class that's like a follow-up funnel that will explain basically more about the product. We have a Facebook group that you can join where it has before and after pictures if you want to take a look at that. And what I highly recommend downloading is Boards. So Boards is something where it's basically like your business in a box. At your fingertips, you have access to product information, business information, everything is right here. There's so many resources in here. You do just need to download the app. And then after you download the app, you can click here. It'll take you to our boards. It'll load it on the app. And then we highly recommend 3-way support. So we have tons of opportunity Zooms that you can invite people to. You can set up an opportunity, a three-way Zoom or a three-way call or chat with any of us. So if you have prospects that you want us to help talk to them, since you're just getting started, you can put them in front of us and we can help you. Now, I will say that there is one person who was very serious about the three-way Zooms, and they did 50 Zooms the first 2 months. And then their third month, they earned $24,000. So the three-way Zooms absolutely work. I highly recommend that. And then if you come down here, if you want to learn more about the products, click here. This is our product university. This is going to teach you now we have more products than you guys do. We have around 50 products with Remon, and you guys are starting out with just a handful for the initial launch, and then you guys are going to get more products as we go. But this is really great. If you want to learn from the Remon product specialist more about the products, you can click here and you can watch these. So if we go to step 3, which is recruiting, on here is where you can actually, same thing, you want to make a list of 10 people. You know, who's the mouse? I always want to recruit up. So you have to realize every single person knows, think of 4 aces in a deck. Every person knows 4 aces. So who's the most outgoing person you know? Who's an entrepreneur, who's worked in direct sales before, who is the friendliest person. So you want to make a list, and then you want to strategically reach out to them as soon as possible, because I can promise you this, they're going to hear about this company, and the question is if they're going to hear about it from you or somebody else. So what I recommend reaching out to them with is something called the Whisper campaign. So the Whisper campaign is what I used when I launched my business here in North America. And it was basically me reaching out to people and saying, hey, I wanted to let you know I got wind of something and I wanted to come to you first. There's a company that did $3 billion in one country. You know, they're pre-launching in the Philippines. And, you know, it would take a lot to get me to do this. And I feel like I saw something that I can't unsee. I wanted to come to you first before anyone else. If you're open, great. If not, no big deal. I'm doing this regardless. And that is how I reached out to people. So there's several different scripts in here if you want some examples. And then when they say yes, there's 3 different options on following up. So we have your follow-up in here. We tell you, you know, what you can follow up with. But I highly recommend watching this video right here. This is one of my mentors. His name is Ray Higdon. Ray has been a multiple 7-figure earner in the industry. He's gone to the top of every single company he's been with, and now he's actually an industry trainer. So now he trains other network marketing professionals on how he did what he did. So this is a 1-hour video that talks about how to recruit and how to recruit with posture. I have probably watched this video 6 times. It's fantastic. So I highly recommend watching this, especially if you're new to the industry and you haven't done something like this before. This is going to really help you. And if you are a professional, it's going to remind you some of the most important things that you need to focus on when you're recruiting. Now, if they want more information from the business, again, we have the scroll class, we have boards, and we highly recommend 3-way Zooms, 3-way calls, 3-way chats. And, you know, it just works. I still do them. I still use 3-way Zooms when I'm talking to prospects, just because it's the power of the third party. Now, the next thing that you want to do is hosting a pop-up event. And this is kind of a fun play on words because of K-pop-up, you know, K-pop music, pop-up events. Highly recommend watching this training video. This is by Jen. She is a leader in here in North America. She does a complete breakdown on how to have a successful pop-up event, how to get 90% of your customers or the people that come to either join the business or become a customer. So this is an incredible video. I think it's, you know, maybe 20 minutes or so, and you're going to get a ton of information in a short period of time. You can either host an online pop-up And you can do this in a Facebook group. You could do it on a live. You could do it on a Zoom. We have all of the information here. If you click here, it's going to tell you exactly what to post if you're doing a Facebook group, or you can do an in-person one. And this is some examples of some themes that you can do. This is an example of a script that you can use. And then we're just wrapping up. This is social media. So we do have 30 days of social media posts in boards. We also have in Telegram, we have a grab and go social media channel. So if you want to join our Telegram channel, you can scroll through there. There are so many videos, so many assets, graphics, things that you can use. If you want to scroll up and get ideas to make your own, or you can save those and use them on your social media, it's up to you if you want to start generating interest. There's a ton of material in this Telegram channel. Okay, and then this is a recap. So this is basically recapping everything that we went through. And I hope that this has helped you. That was a lot of information. And I just want to see if you guys have any questions. And I'm just going to remind you, it's socialceo.info/go. And there was one other thing I wanted to show you on here actually really quickly. I'm just going to point it out to you. We're not going to go through it, but let me show you this really quickly. Okay, so we went through these 5 steps is what we just went through. I just showed you those, took you through the whole thing. And then under here are quick links. So this is how to share a referral link, how to log into your back office, our boards, product university. Here's our grab and go Telegram channel. And then here's a North America Facebook group, but we do have, a Philippines Facebook group that you can join as well. So anyways, I just want to make sure that you saw these quick links here. And then again, at the top is where I changed the language, but we are in the process of translating that. So give us just a couple days to get that finished. Okay, how did we do in the chat, Lori, Steph?
I think that someone had their hand up, but I'm not sure I see it any longer. I know-
Zeal
Yes.
maybe had their hand up.
That was a lot of information. How's everybody holding up? I feel like it was a lot. Everybody's either in shock because it was so much, or they're like, oh, we got this.
Bree, a couple people don't have their links yet. Can you explain to them how to get started, like the person who invited them and how they get their link?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I wasn't
Hello.
focused. You were, yeah. Morning from the Philippines.
Oh, good morning. Hi, Zeal. I know you had your hand up.
Yeah. In fact, I'm a Filipino. We met at the event there last few weeks ago. But in fact, I'm living in Hong Kong from the group of Joran. I hope you could remember me.
Yeah. Hi. Welcome.
Yes. Yeah. Now, my concern is, or my question is, how would it affect, or is it good? Let's say I have my friends here. As of now, I'm just sharing the link that is from Canada. So the same thing. Those my prospect, I use the same process that using the Canada address, not their Hong Kong address. Is it the same way should work?
Yeah, so if you're in Hong Kong, it's the same thing. It's a country transfer form. So if you can, I'm gonna send you my email, and if you can send me an email with your details.
Okay.
Because you didn't need to enroll through Canada because Hong Kong is open, so you could have actually just directly enrolled with Hong Kong. You didn't need to go through Canada.
Okay, then I have another one, please. Is it okay? I bring this friend to the physical shop here in Hong Kong. It's really nice shop. It's lovely, very nice. They can direct physical. They can purchase on the shop, or they have to go through online.
No, they can purchase in the shop, absolutely. We have a lot of med spas, estheticians,
Yeah, yes,
dermatologists, boutique owners. We have a lot of people that,
yeah,
display the products in their shop and then
yes.
they retail it there. Or we also have estheticians where they don't want to carry inventory. And so
Oh, okay.
if they don't want to carry inventory, they just create an account for them online and then they have it shipped to their home. But I know in the Philippines, and I see we also have some from Singapore and different Malaysia, Hong Kong on here. But I know a lot of people want to do business in hand, and so highly recommend, carrying some inventory if she has something like that. I also just put my email address in the chat. So Zeal, if you could email me and send me your account information, we need to make sure that transfer form is applied to Hong Kong and not the Philippines.
Okay, we'll do that. Thank you, Rihanna.
Okay. Thank you so much. Um,
Okay.
I think
okay.
Monique has a question, if you can unmute her.
Let me share one more thing with you guys, and then I'm going to stop the recording and then see what questions you guys have. I want to point out one last thing. We do have the first Asia convention coming up in Macau. This is going to be October 31st. And I really want you to save the date for this. And I'm going to give you the information. Take a picture of this screen or scan the QR code because this is how you can actually get tickets. Now, if you buy a 10-pack bundle of tickets for this conference, you get a free travel kit. This is like Steph and Lori, we didn't get this. Like they have all the good stuff in Asia. So that's a pretty cool deal. So if you buy a 10-pack of tickets, if you know that you want to buy 10 packs for your team, when you get the 10-pack, you're going to get the free travel kits with that. That's $100 value, so 1,100 pesos. And this is going to be fun. This is going to be the very first Asian convention. They have not had one. We had Asia flying over to Las Vegas to come to ours in March because they didn't have one. So they're going to go big for this, you guys. I'm really excited to be here in person. I want to meet everyone or meet you again if I've already met you in the Philippines. And then I would really love to see a lot of you walk across stage. So I want to make sure you have this QR code and this is where we're going to be. This is long-term vision, you guys. We're going to be in over 50 markets in the next 5 years. This is going to move fast. It's going to move really fast. And you guys are here at the very beginning of that. We're in number 9. The Philippines, it's not even open yet. It will be number 9. We're in 8 countries right now. We just opened up Malaysia and Singapore, and we're going to be in over 50 countries in the next 5 years. So really exciting that you guys are going to hear about this early on. And I'm going to stop the recording and then I'm going to answer that question.